Welcome to Soaring Phoenix Travels. We're Jim and Tish, and we're so excited to have you join us on this crazy, beautiful adventure we call life. Just a little backstory. We both lost our spouses to cancer in 2022, but about a year and a half ago we found each other, and now we're on a whole new journey, literally on the road. We'll be sharing our travels with you, along with our 2 cats and our trusty sidekick, Jack. For more on our story and how we first met, there's a link below to episode 1. Welcome back to another adventure-packed episode. This week we're digging in deep, literally, as we head underground to explore the Mammoth Cave National Park. But you know us, one adventure is never enough. We couldn't resist jumping back on the Bourbon Trail to get our hands on some of that famous Kentucky spirit. This time we're hitting up Lexington, Kentucky for part 2 of the Bourbon Trail experience. And of course, Jim had to do a little research at the tasting rooms, for science. And it's not all bourbon, folks. We managed to sneak in a bit of wine tasting at the beautiful Gene Ferris Winery, just to balance things out. And then we stumbled upon a castle. Yes, an actual castle in Kentucky. So buckle up, because we've got bourbon, wine, caves, and castles. Basically, the makings for an epic adventure. So grab your favorite drink, hit that subscribe button, and let's go explore, taste, and maybe even get lost together. Because, that's how memories are made. The Mammoth Cave National Park is so much bigger than I was expecting. I mean, I realized that it was 52,000 acres, but there's so much more to do here than just do a cave tour. And if you're only going to be here for a day, yes, definitely do that. That is the whole point of Mammoth Caves National Monument. But the hiking paths, biking paths, there's just so much more activities to do here. And the grounds are throughout the entire park are absolutely stunning. I haven't seen this many trees and this much green since we left Washington. So if you have the chance and you want to get this off your bucket list, I would definitely come here. So there's cabins you can rent. There's a lodge we're going to go check out. We already went to the information center and got our stamp, and we'll walk through there again. But again, there's so much more to do here than just get the cave tours. So how long has the cave entrance here been open to the public?
Since the 1920s when Mr. Morrison blasted it.
Okay. And did he immediately start having tours so he could make money on it? Or?
Pretty much. He had had a little bit of time where he had to construct different things, and we'll talk about that farther down.
Marginal? I thought it was big. The room with all the colors and all the really cool stuff was like just one room.
Well, that was our particular tour.
I'm sure there are probably more of those throughout the cave. Some of them you probably Well, again, they have so many different tours that what we saw was cool, grand, very big. I mean, like,
I liked it better than Lewis and Clark.
you did?
I did. And part of it was, I think our tour guide was exceptional. I thought she was entertaining and educational. She did a fabulous job. I loved hearing the history and actually going through the cave that was originally blasted open and seeing that, and then going into where the, stalactites and stalagmites were. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah,
I really
that's
liked
true.
it.
It's true. It's big.
I thought the formations were more impressive than what we saw at Lewis and Clark.
Much larger, like the dome. When you look down the lake and then all the way up.
Yeah, those were just spectacular.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool. So we are at the Lexington Distillery District. Barrel House Distilling. There's James Pepper. Whoops, excuse me. There's stuff behind us. Mexican Cantina. So we've got all kinds of things that we're going to go check out. And see what it's all about. So we are, and this looks like a really cool place. This little downtown area. It's really cool.
Yeah, and if we're really lucky, we're not going to get rained on. But we did bring our rain jackets, and we left them in the car because
Yes, we did. We do not need them.
supposedly they have a really good pizza parlor here,
There's
the ice cream shop, which everyone knows I'm most interested in.
Yes, you are.
So you want to do a tasting flight?
Yeah, let's do a tasting flight.
Okay. We've got a couple of different flight options here.
Okay.
So take a look at those. And
All right, so what do we got? We got some straight bourbon.
I'm the designated driver. He's the only one bringing.
well, there you go.
So I just pick what I want?
Yeah, so the tastings will each come with 2 samples. So the top tasting is 1776 are these 2 products. The next one's going to be our Bourbon bourbon rye. And then the final one is either single barrel bourbons or single barrel rye. And so each will come with 2.75 ounce pours.
Okay, so we have 4 here. We have Evan Williams Black Label. We have JTS Brown, which I was told is good to mix with Coke and whiskey. We have Nashville Bourbon, which is a highly an expensive bottle. And then we also have Phoenix Blend number 1, which we got at Barrels and Billets, where they have a 13 question questionnaire, and as you answer that will determine the mix of different bourbons that they will do in order to provide your profile. So we're going to go with each one of these and see which one we like. By far, this is the smoothest, and I'm going to say that that's the Phoenix Blend number 1, the one that I blended.
Jack wants to taste test.
Then I will say the second one, this is probably the Nashville Bourbon. I would say this is Evan Williams and this is JTS Brown.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I want you to write down 1, 2, 3, and 4, your favorites, the way you like them.
This would be 1, this would be 2. I'm going to say 1, 2, this would be 3, and 4 very close.
Okay, and what do you think they all are?
This is the Phoenix Blend number 1.
Okay, put down something so you know, PH or something.
PB1.
Okay.
This one here is the Nashville Bourbon.
Okay.
This one here is the JTS Brown. And this one here is the Evan Williams Black Label.
You got one of the 3 right.
I got this one right.
You did not.
I did not?
No. You got number 1, which was the Evan Williams.
Number 1 is Evan Williams. This one?
No. My number 1
Yes.
is
Okay.
Evan Williams.
Okay.
My number 2 is the Phoenix Blend.
Okay.
Number 3 is the Nashville.
Really?
And number 4 is the JTS Brown.
And that's the one that I thought was the most mild of all of them.
We are at the Gene Ferris Winery outside of Lexington, Kentucky. And you probably can't tell by the sky, but there is a storm brewing. We're supposed to get a thunderstorm in about 30 minutes, so we're not going to spend too much time outside. But the countryside out here is just stunning. There's a small vineyard that we can see right from where we're doing our wine tasting. There is a restaurant inside, so you can get food while you're doing your tastings. They do require reservations. I don't know much about their wines yet, but we're going to go in and check them out. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to leave Gene Ferris Vineyard, and yeah, the rain came, and it is pouring down here. We're gonna make a mad dash to the truck. And there's this cute couple over here that just got engaged. So we sent them a bottle or a glass of champagne to celebrate.
All right, we
Welcome
decided
to rain in Kentucky.
Yes, we were going to leave the winery, and the lady who owns it said, "You guys ain't going nowhere." And I go, "Oh yeah, we got it." She goes, "We got a dually, we're fine." It's like, then we get out here.
We're gonna go back inside, have another glass of wine, and wait for the rain to stop.
Yeah, this is not. It's a small road.
And
Yeah, no. We're not going anywhere.
Costco will still be there when we get done.
Yes. Yeah, we're not going anywhere.
Welcome to the Kentucky Castle. It's a hotel and event facility, and it's just gorgeous. That's the pool area. Looks like they've got a big tent set up for other events. Absolutely spectacular. As a romantic gesture for his wife. This medieval-inspired castle quickly became an iconic landmark with its tall stone towers and expansive 110-acre estate. It's changed hands a few times over the years and even faced a fire in 2004. Today it's been fully restored and operates as a luxury boutique hotel, spa, farm-to-table restaurant, and even an event space. The Kentucky Castle hosts weddings, corporate events, and special gatherings while offering a unique experience like farm tours, rooftop yoga, and castle tours. Whether you're visiting the rich history, relaxing in the spa, or dining on the fresh local ingredients, the Kentucky Castle is an unforgettable destination. Park under, walk over the bridge.
Yeah. I need a video assistant.
I will do your videoing.
You'll do my viddy bitty.
As we travel across this beautiful country, one of the most meaningful parts of our journey is honoring Jim's late wife, Sherry. We have chosen to spread her ashes in each state we visit, creating a living tribute to her memory. Each location holds a special significance, whether it's a place Sherry loved or a new adventure for us. Thank you for being part of our journey and sharing these precious experiences. Today is the final stop on Bourbon Trail.
On a Bourbon
whiskey
Trail tour.
We're at Buffalo Trace, and we are going to, I don't know, what are we doing? Tour and tasting.
And tasting.
And more importantly, this is where they make Blanton's, and that is one of Jim's favorite. So we're hoping that that's going to be on the menu today.
We're hoping. Anyway, we're going to head on in.
The grounds are a lot different than what we saw at Maker's, which was just beautiful, but these old brick buildings have their own sense of history and beauty to them. And this campus is enormous.
So where are we from?
Originally Southern California.
Southern Cal. Where are we from currently?
Right
that
here.
RV park about a half an hour away.
Oh, we're doing that. We're doing the
Full
nomad
time.
thing.
Full time.
We have threatened to do that to our kids,
We're
and we
loving
just
it.
keep moving around. And if they catch us, they catch us.
Yeah. We even got rid of our California license.
Nice.
We now got South Dakota license.
Very cool. Very cool.
We've officially escaped.
Have gone everywhere. Here at Buffalo Trace, we do a great job talking about E.H. Taylor. We do a great job talking about Stag. When it comes to Blanton, a lot of times the conversation bottles up in this little squatty thing with a horse on top of it. Without Blanton, we don't get into Prohibition, we don't survive it, and we don't thrive coming out of it. This place does not become what it is today without Albert Bacon Blanton. So when you talk about the history of this place, it's got to be beyond just Taylor and Stag. We have to recognize the massive impact that Blanton played in this place. I love it. He did a great thing here. Now once that's out, she's going to go ahead and put in one of these straws or a snorkel. As it goes in, you can see that the barrel rises up on these metal pieces. The rollers are going to help move it forward. As it does, that whiskey starts pitching out. Down at the end, you see them down there, they're going to add about 2 gallons of water to that barrel. They're going to slap a plastic lung into it, and then that barrel is going to roll all the way to the back side. To 9 years, we've lost nearly 1/3 of my barrel. That's going to be something we're getting close to our Eagle Rare at this point at a 10-year minimum. By the time we get out to our Eagle Rare 17, which is a minimum 17-year product, I am missing nearly 2/3 of the barrel. So everybody breathe real deep. That's just the most expensive air you've ever breathed, all right? Because it's just literally aerosolized, evaporated whiskey. When we get out to a Pappy 23, which is 23 years in barrel, naturally aged, we may only have 5 to 8 gallons left in the bottom of that barrel. So that answers the question, why isn't there a lot of Pappy 23 out here? Because there ain't a whole lot in here, all right? Our master distiller, Harlan Wheatley, knew we could make a great bourbon. What he wasn't sure of was whether or not we could make a premium vodka without the premium price tag. What we end up with is our Wheatley vodka at 82 proof, 10 times distilled and triple filtered. That qualifies us as premium because most premium vodkas are 7 distillations or greater. Those typically are priced about $60 a bottle. This one, however, is priced like vodka that smells like gasoline and tastes like regret. And this one's at $17. Let's see how we did with ours. If you need me to identify the vodka on your mat, you ought not be drinking. Go ahead and give this a nose and a taste. Here's how the traditional Wisconsin way of making an old-fashioned has turned. They will start with some granulated sugar. They're going to use that bright pink cherry that you get from Dairy Queen. They're going to take an orange wedge and they're going to smash it all up in there together because someone taught them to make fruit juice before you make a cocktail. Then they actually make a half-decent cocktail on top of that. Passable. But now, because they haven't butchered it completely, now we're going to take Sprite, seltzer, or Squirt and pour that on top. And now, because you can't mess it up any worse, then they just pour brandy on top of that. Y'all, that is not an old-fashioned, that is just a Midwestern mojito. All right?
All right, what we have here is an old-fashioned. And They're very easy to make. I don't know why it's taken me so long to learn, but we were at one of the distilleries and learned the exact way to do it, and it is wonderful. So we take a rocks glass with a big cube, single cube of ice. We do 2 ounces of a whiskey of your choice. There's 1.5, and there is 2. A few shakes of bitters, which is fine right there.
And those are the Angostura bitters.
Angostura orange bitters. There are other bitters that you could choose, but this is probably the most popular one. Then a real key ingredient is a Luxardo cherry. It is very, very deep and rich colored. It's almost like a syrup in there. And kind of let that just soak in there and get the juice off the fork. It's just wonderful. Then some people use simple syrup. This is a agave organic nectar. You can use this, but I have discovered a new little twist on it when we were in New Hampshire at a maple syrup factory where they make it, and I'm gonna do just about 1/2 ounce of maple syrup, and it is a game changer. If you like maple syrup, it is wonderful. And then you just take an orange rind and you kind of rub it around the edge, and then just drop the orange rind in, and there you have it.
The Henry Clay Estate in Ashland, Kentucky. I think it's just outside of Lexington. I don't know a whole lot about Henry
I think
Clay.
it's Lexington. I think the name of this estate is Ashland.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Politician, statesman, lawyer, farmer, built this estate, and
most importantly, Kentucky's favorite son.
yes, Kentucky.
Of all the sons, he was a favorite.
You can do tours here. We actually did not sign up for one. We're going to do a self-guided tour around the estate, and we're going to go check it out. So this is the garden. It's absolutely breathtaking. I feel like you should be somewhere on the grounds of some English mansion. And this is all open to the public. You can come here anytime. I'm not sure how many acres the grounds encompass, but it's pretty spectacular for being kind of in the heart of Lexington. This is the back side of the house. Quite a grand estate. Several different caretakers' cottages and outbuildings. It's just magnificent. Join us next week as we dive into the Grand Design National Rally. And trust me, it's going to be RV heaven. Think new friends, fun, and some seriously cool rigs. But we're not stopping there. We'll be hitting the sand at Indiana Dunes National Park and strolling around the quaint town of Michigan City. Then we're rolling up to St. Clair, Michigan for a little R&R because even full-time RVers need a vacation, right? And of course, we'll be catching up with friends along the way. So buckle up, we've got some more exploring to do. Off to the Grand Design National Rally, our very first one. We're very excited. Kentucky has been absolutely fabulous. I can't even tell you how unexpectedly awesome it was.